Good evening, everybody. Let's start with a big conference game between Macon and South Shelby. Macon in black. Craig Smith finds Joe Lewis for a 30-yard gain. Great catch into the sun by Lewis. The Tigers' Chris Little scored 5 plays later as a big fella finds the end zone. Macon squandered another scoring opportunity when Austin Durbin makes the interception in the end zone for South Shelby. It's Air Class this year. Brendan Watts with a nice move after the catch. He's knocked out of bounds all the way down on the 3-yard line. Let's change ends with the change of the quarter. Macon scored on the first play of the second quarter. Nice run by Lewis for 6. South Shelby would come back to score when Brett Threlkeld called his own number on a 4th down. Macon, though, would go on to win it 25-16. Kirksville lost for the first time all year as they fell to Chillicothe 42-8. The Tigers will be home next week against Moberly.
Meantime, the Ottumwa Bulldogs are off to a good start after winning their opener against Keokuk, and a good crowd on hand tonight at Bob Evans Field for Ottumwa. First drive is all Isaiah Cox. Takes it up the right side for 10 yards. And keeping with the theme, they would hand it to Cox again. Keeps the legs moving. This one for 20 more yards. And I'll tell you what, they're all set up. Cox one more time. If some is good, more is better. From 14 yards out, he goes in for the touchdown. Ottumwa up 7-0 on Mount Pleasant and hasn't gotten anything going this season, unfortunately, for Mount Pleasant. Josh Larson struggles for a few yards. Second Ottumwa possession of the game. Shane Frazier gets into the act. His pass is tipped and then caught by Zach Bowling. What a play, and he takes off. That sets up who else but Isaiah Cox. This time from 10 yards out, the PAT fails, but Ottumwa was up 13-0, and they actually go on to win big 46-3.
Staying in the Hawkeye State, it's Fairfield hosting Davis County. Davis County in maroon. Jordan Jones with a nice return for the Mustangs. Davis County kept the ball on the ground. Spencer Bassett picks up 15 yards. Fairfield scored on a pass to Jonathan Hone, who just gets in. We go from number 7 to number 6 as Jordan Whitney gets 6. Fairfield would go on to win it 40-7.
Over in Scotland County, the Tigers hosting the Knox County Eagles. Both teams looking for their first win of the season. As we pick it up in the first quarter, Knox County actually gets it to Brady Mowbray here as he rumbles down the sideline. He'd be caught by a trio of Scotland County tacklers. And then after they switch ends at the start of the second quarter, Donovan Edwards calls his own number and takes it in for the score. Then they go for the 2-point conversion. Watch this hit coming up right at the goal line by Aaron Buford, but the 2-point conversion is good. Scotland County would respond. This is Will McRobert, and it looks like he's temporarily stopped, but he keeps his legs moving, and he takes it all the way down the sideline, eventually piled up out of bounds. But take a look at how the drive ended. The throw from Jade Holt left side, and that is picked off in the left corner. And the Marceline Tigers beat Knox County last week. Tonight they head to Schuyler County to take on the Rams. And in Schuyler County, it was all Marceline in this one. The Tigers used first half touchdowns from Daniel Corbin, Blake Belzer, Blake Linbaugh, and Dakota Lewis to jump out to a 48-0 halftime lead. All of this happening prior to my arrival, so I have no touchdowns to show you, unfortunately. As for Schuyler County, the Rams just struggled to get anything going. Good defense played by Marceline on the night. Sebastian Grant had a couple runs for Schuyler County along with Jesse Rowland, but in the end, Marceline just too much as they go on to win this one 50-0. Next week, it's the much anticipated matchup with Brookfield for the Bell Trophy, and that should be a good one.
After a break, we'll take a look at college football. Now, let's check out the scoreboard.